for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away.
Played us like a damn fiddle. That's a nude looking jacket.
Rebuild it. Make a new place. Together. That we can call home.
Kaz is a weirdo.
Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight.
Were you dogs?
Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it.
We did it?
You see this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home.
Kaz
Phantom of our former selves.
came up with diamond dogs.
Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either.
It just sounds like such a weird, like it sounds like a weird guild name in an MMO.
I remember it all.
We're the Diamond Dogs. We're recruiting new members. We do raids, do dungeons, PvP. So Kaz is a weirdo for coming up with the name Diamond Dogs. Like, I don't know. I didn't get to a point in the story where I actually saw like why the name Diamond Dogs. Like, I don't know why diamond is important and why dogs specifically are important. Like what that could symbolize, but or maybe I just totally forgot. I don't know, but it's weird. So anyway, yeah, like if you are somebody that I've had an encounter with, like, and we have come out of that encounter and like everything has been totally cool, I just want you to know that like after that, like I liked you a lot more because
Exactly as I've planned.
because we got out of that and I saw that you were like that cool of a person. And honestly, like I can think of like 3 people off the top of my head who like
to your boss when you get home.
who I think frequent my videos or who used to a little while ago that this applies to. But yeah, like a lot of criticism on YouTube, a lot of criticism on the internet. That's surprising, isn't it?
Snake. Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Kojima put us here.
Every night, I can feel my leg, my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting.
It's a phantom pain.
Still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power.
Yeah, we learned this at the end of Peace Walker. Kaz, you bastard.
They came after you in Cyprus. Then Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now?
Well, this guy's...
Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Kaz, you crazy bastard. You crazy, vengeful bastard.
Our new Mother Base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before. Boss,
Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
Oh, Snake, you conflicted man. Diamond dogs.
things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause.
Cause.
Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Because Outer Heaven is what it was called. So this is kind of setting up... Oh, guys, he was being nice to you. What are you doing? This is kind of setting up, basically, why Big Boss is seen as a bad guy in Metal Gear 1, which takes
Dogs
place
of war for 9 whole years.
right after this game.
That ends today. Now you're not sleeping. And we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Okay, Cass. We're diamond dogs, okay. We're dogs made out of diamonds.
Let them talk.
Diamonds made out of dogs.
We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Yeah, fuck you and your revenge, Kaz. Calm down. So Ocelot apparently wants some kind of vengeance. I think also. Everyone wants fucking revenge for something. Everyone needs to just calm the fuck down. Alright, so I need to learn how to run Mother Base, but I'm not doing that today. I can't pause the game still. Shit. It won't let me get to cassette. Damn it, game.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me. You came. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to be. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. To start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
You? No. I don't want you in my base. You?
I'm ready, boss.
Neither are worthy. How about you?
First, put them to sleep.
Let's do
You
this,
have a
boss.
tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Yeah, I like this guy more. Let's fucking do this. Sorry.
One way of doing it. Now extract it. Good.
It's an honor, boss.
Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff management from the Mother Base menu. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
Oh my god, I don't miss this crazy fucking UI. Under the development heading? I'm looking all over this screen right now. Development, weapons.
What's wrong? Go back to the mother basement.
Oh.
Select weapons items under the development heading.
Okay.
That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC? Show them how it's done, boss. Throw him. It's the best way to knock someone out instantly. Good. Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well,
Oh my god, the game lets me do that.
won't work on. I've had drug resistance. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
Oh my god.
Extract. Any method you like. Start by knocking
Pull any
them out.
punches.
Alright, you know, I'm gonna use this. Take a shower.
Now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop the cardboard box now.
Alright, let's develop the
Select
cardboard
weapons
box. I
items
know.
Under the development. Now select
Shut up.
cardboard box and start development. Just be aware that development has finished.
No, I don't
You
need
can have
it.
the support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
Yes. Alright, fine.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it. You won't make any GMP or find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give the men some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
Okay, so that's all he has to say. So I don't know really if there's any reason at all for me to look around Mother Base. I think there are like later on there are like collectible things for you to find, but don't know if they're like important at all. So let's just pretend they don't exist. I don't think they are. I think they're probably just for like a trophy or something. That's what that sounds like. Okay, so fucking why can't I play my cassette tapes right now? Why? Why won't you let me? Well, all right. So I'm not doing that then. Now this has been about 3 hours, so I can just kind of just talk a little bit. Yeah, the reason I really don't like these cassette tapes is because what I really like to do, if you're familiar with my videos, then you might have noticed that at the ends of my recordings, which is about like every 3 episodes or so, I just kind of sit around and just talk a while. And just kind of talk about all the shit that went on. Just kind of that's kind of like the podcasty part of the video. So I'm gonna since I would like to still do that. Honestly, I don't want to not do that, but I need a place to fucking watch all these goddamn cassette tapes. I guess really the only thing the only thing I can really do is just do it at the ends of videos and just mark it really clear on the in the video descriptions where all of that is. I mean, that's not a big deal at all for me. That really sounds like something I don't need to edit much. But yeah, it's just gonna make the videos like longer than I want them to be, which is annoying. But fuck it, Kojima fucking did this to me, guys. Kojima's doing this. But anyway, yeah, like I can't really talk a whole lot about what's gone on in the game because I really don't fucking understand it. Like all that shit, like with the whale and the fiery guy and the psycho mantis chick. I don't know. I have no idea like what that is at all. What that could possibly be. It's just weird. Like it's just weird is the only thing I can think to say about it, to be honest. And weird isn't anything new to Metal Gear, but this is definitely on a new level of weird. Definitely. This is on par, I think, with like Death Stranding weird. Like the fucking fiery whale in the sky, flaming unicorn. Yeah, Kojima's lost it. I mean, like I respect him for like, you know, being the guy who designed all this, or I guess what is his official title? Developer, like lead. I don't think it's designer. I think it's. I don't know. I think he probably contributed to like a lot of the writing too. I'm not entirely sure. I'm really not sure. I really probably shouldn't even speak about like Kojima's role because I really just don't know. I know he's basically responsible for all this insanity, but I to be honest, like I think there's just a point where things can just get a little bit too insane, and I think Kojima has passed that point. I would say with this game, I thought Metal Gear Solid 4 was pretty weird in parts, but it wasn't like excessively weird, I didn't think. Like I felt like everything in Metal Gear Solid 4 had an explanation that kind of made sense. I mean, it was weird. We saw like Raiden like fighting as a ninja like with his feet, which was strange, but I mean, it could at least be explained. I mean, I don't know that all of the shit that we have seen in this game cannot be explained. I don't know, but I wonder what the fuck the explanation could possibly be. But yeah, what I don't really like, honestly, about this game so far, I love the gameplay. The sneaking is extremely... The controls are ridiculously good in this game. But what I don't like about the story so far is, well, obviously the cassette tapes. I despise the cassette tapes. I despise that decision. Whoever was responsible for that decision, and I'm assuming Kojima, just like, why, Kojima, why? That was just so bad. But aside from that, like, I don't really like how we got introduced to a lot of weird insanity at the very beginning, and then it all just kind of went away, and now we're just back at Mother Base, and we're gonna be doing missions and gathering things and expanding our staff and stuff. Like like it started completely insane, and then it got like totally normal. And yeah, like I don't know. I guess I can't really say much more than that without spoiling what's going to be coming next. I vaguely remember. Yeah, I guess I can't really talk a whole lot about it since really not much has happened yet. But I think Kaz is a little bit crazy. I mean, I understand why you would want revenge for, like, for being fucked over by Cypher the way he was. And Snake got fucked over pretty badly too. I understand why they would want revenge, but I feel like this is going to like pretty extreme lengths for just revenge. And I know that Snake said that he wants to do this, you know, for the future, which is totally fine. That makes way more that's way more reasonable than just revenge. Like Kaz is like seems to be like Kaz's whole fucking reason for living right now. Like I think Kaz, well, because Snake was like unconscious this whole time, I'm assuming Kaz was responsible for what we're seeing right now, this tiny little command platform here. But so yeah, he kind of went a little bit far for just like revenge. I don't know. He just seems like he needs to chill out a little bit. And well, I would really like to fucking take a look at, you know what, I might be able to do it on the helicopter. How much? 15 minutes. You know what, let me try doing this. I might be able to check out the cassettes on the helicopter. Just to kind of... Okay, that's the thing I just learned. This helicopter's a little bit loud, right? Oh, it's just here already. I was saying that I can lower the volume by opening my iDroid, which makes talking a lot easier, but it's already here, so fuck it. So I'm assuming that Kaz is going to give me an explanation about how things on the helicopter work, and after that, hopefully he'll let me listen to some goddamn cassettes. The Snake is bored and he wants to listen to music. I don't know if there's a way to skip this right now, but this is unnecessary. Like, it looks cool, but that's the kind of thing that would just get annoying very quickly. Development require what? Smoke grenade? I don't know. This is a lot of stuff. I got a lot of staff just now, and one thing I did do before I started playing this game was that I registered my Ground Zeroes code thing with the Konami's thing, and they gave me some kind of a code to redeem on my PS4, and I did redeem it, and it didn't install anything, but it sounded like it unlocked some stuff. So I mean, I didn't really... Oh, and just the credits again. That's obnoxious. Ocelot's Briefing 3. So I'm not entirely sure what I got, but it sounds like I got some things. And I'm assuming that, like, the Phantom Pain is just picking up, like, save data information from Ground Zeroes. Like I said, I didn't really see anything like that, but I'm assuming that it's doing it. I don't think I need to...
Boss, I know you have a good backlog, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
What is this? Why... What? I'm pressing... Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Alright, here we go. This is what I wanted. Fuck you, Kaz, and your stupid missions. I need to listen to story. And god damn it, let me take a look at how many... Okay, you know what? I don't need to know about Afghanistan today. Oh, all of this, though. What happened in Caribbean 9 years? Fucking all of this seems really important, though. Fuck. Alright. Alright, fuck it. If I don't do this, then we're just not going to get the story. So I kind of have to, really. Again... If there's anything that you want to skip over in these videos, like if it's me talking, or if it's the tapes, check the video description. All of everything that you need to know will be in the video description.
Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him, an army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see.
Yes, we did this
You're
in
not
Peace
sure
Walker.
what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The mother base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good.
All of that happened in Peace Walker, by the way.
You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist? Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of Naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on.
A prosthetic arm.
Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
Huh. I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations.
Oh,
You
shit.
might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself.
Colors.
But it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon.
Colors
It's
look
the last
faded.
chance you'll get.
All right, so hallucinations, that would explain all the craziness.
Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name.
That doesn't sound very important to this game. I like Ocelot's character, and I do want to know what the hell's going on with Ocelot, but that was a lot of information that we don't need to hear, I don't think.
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the
It'll be a
size of the
minute.
U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT 2 talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
The end of
Coleman's
Peace
big
Walker.
idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end,
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintain
Les enfants terribles, whatever the fuck. That's basically... I should probably pause this at some point to talk. That's what spawned Solid Snake and Liquid Snake. And Solidus, I think? I forgot.
contact. Although, truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photo.
A year after he slipped... Wait a minute. Let me rewind that a little bit.
Since then, he slipped. In a year after you fell into for a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma.
A year after he fell into his coma. A year after the attack on Mother Base.
He slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing.
Okay.
No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's...
Snake,
Well, this is short.
I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
Yes, it is. So what's... Okay, so... I said that hallucinations might, Wait a second.
Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man on fire.
No. Ocelot saw him too, so that's not a hallucination. Okay. So, yeah, what the could Ocelot... No, they couldn't be sharing hallucinations. That would be insane. That would be very Kojima. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. This was a lot of backstory, pretty much, which is just fine. Let's see. Some stuff about Metal Gear Solid 3, a lot about Peace Walker. It's felt like, okay, so that's all the tapes that I have right now. And I have, yeah, I'm about 3 hours now. Okay. It's timed out all. Okay, so these cassettes are not as horribly long as I was worried that they would be. Again, I don't really remember a lot of the details from this. So this is fine. Doing it this way, I'm okay with. I only spent like 15, maybe, well, like 15 minutes, a good 15 minutes just going through these tapes. And I'm assuming that this is going to be the longest I'm going to spend going through these tapes for the most part, because like we just started the game and we got a lot of introductory tapes and stuff. So I'm assuming that in the future it's only going to be like maybe 5 minutes or something like that, 5-10 minutes, which is manageable. That's totally fine. So yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with cassette tapes out in the field anymore. I'm just gonna be doing it on these on the helicopter here. I didn't really feel like I learned a whole lot. I learned a little bit about Zero. I didn't really know that he got like You know what? Yeah, I just really forgot a lot about Metal Gear Solid 4. I guess it just kind of refreshed my memory on some things. Like, I didn't, like, that information network, I think that was being talked about, like, near the end-ish of Solid 4. I forget what that was called. God damn, I've forgotten a lot of this shit. I guess that's what Cypher is now. I guess, like, that's, like, what Cypher will become, I guess, I think. Maybe. I really would like to know more about Ocelot, because Ocelot, from what I remember at the ends of Solid 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and maybe 2, I don't remember, but I just feel like Ocelot's always like at the center of like crazy backstabbing outrageous plot twists. Like I think at the end of Solid 3 during the like the fucking obligatory Metal Gear Solid monologue, or the dialogue that has to play at the end where it's just audio. Like, I think at the end of Solid 3, we heard that Ocelot was fucking triple crossing somebody. Like, what the fuck is a triple cross? Like, isn't that just a cross at that point? That's crazy. But anyway, I think I'm just gonna cut the recording here. A lot of craziness is going on with this game. I really am not a fan, again, of these tapes. Like, I feel like I did pick up on some things here, but like it would be easier for me to like, I don't know, I guess maybe I'm more of like a visual learner in that way. Like I feel like I would retain this information a lot better if I were seeing it in a cutscene. But that's fine, I guess. It has to be. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Laters.